The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Chet Holmgren out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then there's Suggs. And it's Houston in at the 2. So, Brent, at this point of the season, do teams still have time to figure things out?
I think there's always time, Kevin, to figure out where you are. Again, the expectations in the early part of the season about how competitive your team was going to be, that's critical in your decision-making as to what you want to do with the roster. But if you think that you can get into a deep playoff run, you've got to be honest about how these parts are fitting in and whether or not you need a change. Shouldering more and more of the offensive load, SGA understands that his teammates they depend on him to set them up too.
Pass to Houston. Banchero kicks to Wagner. And the rejection by Holmgren. Here is Durant. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the bucket.
Such good length for a guard. Opponents struggle to keep Gilgeous-Alexander from scoring the basketball.
Banchero against Durant. And it's Banchero missing. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Magic getting the bucket. For 3, Durant. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Suggs. Fires away from outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that.
Now, that's a bit of a head scratcher there. That was a case where every single thing that could have gone wrong for them, it showed up.
Nice work by Banchero, making himself available for the alley-oop pass. He's developing great court awareness.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento.
And, guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around. And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play is under review.
Easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
It really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. We take a look at the Warriors. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now, the Thunder, they're rolling. And we expected that. Lots of talent. The chemistry is there. And so is the unrivaled production.
Wagner with a screen for Wagner. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Houston. Shoots over Caruso. And it's Durant with the rebound. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Orlando trailing here. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Durant. Up again. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Wagner's got 4 rebounds in this game. That's good from Bancaro on the assist from Suggs. Bancaro's got 7. Well, Thunder have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Wagner against Dort. Shoots over Wagner. Dort misses.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Suggs passes to Bancaro. They set the screen. Down low. Wagner kicks to Suggs. 4 on the shot clock. Pulls up. Thunder with the rebound.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Durant, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Houston's shot is off. Oklahoma City trailer. Tries to save it. It's Durant on the wing. It's stolen by Bancaro. Suggs with the ball. 14 points from him the last game against Toronto.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And a chance here now to look at the rookie race. Never too soon to see how some of the fresh faces in the league are holding up. We've got quite a few youngsters looking to put their name in the front of the Rookie of the Year race. And you look at Durant, well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Totally agree. It's taken him only about half the season to show he is going to be a force and a face in the NBA for a long time.
Thunder trailing by 7. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Guys, thanks. The Thunder, last season's top seed in the West, but they didn't rest on their laurels. They traded for a lockdown defender in Alex Caruso and signed hard-charging big man Isaiah Hartenstein. With their improvements, this is a team set to continue its upward trajectory. They have tons of draft capital moving forward and a ton of upside.
Big moves indeed. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report.
And what a strong finish from Mycareer. His guys love when he throws it down.
Durant inside. He's defended by Wagner. Dort wide open. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Now, here's Suggs. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Thunder trailing by 8. Outside Durant. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Suggs with the steal. A floater. Mycareer outside. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pulls it from the elbow. And it's Durant missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Suggs passes to Houston. Kicks it out to Wagner. Offline with his 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 11. It's Durant on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Wagner against Holmgren. The tray. Caruso grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him.